Hello and welcome, as it is the end of the 12th day of December 2017, and I'm going to go over my LiteCoin trade strategy as I expect LiteCoin to rise with major volatile swings, as many other cryptocurrencies have as well. My hardware wallet has 100% of the LiteCoin I wanted, and they're going to be used for post $500 prices, and really post $600 to $700 for two reasons. As the amount of LiteCoin I was intending to get, we'll say around Halloween, that's in my hardware wallet. I bought more. Those are on exchanges, and I'm trading those right now. And the reason why I have them there, other than for the obvious purpose of protecting them without third-party risk, is because of when I know it's time for big liquidation and the value of such is amazing, I can use it to sell higher. Now, there's two reasons why I can wait for higher prices, like 6, 7, 800. Because the LiteCoin that I'm using now, I think I have enough to handle selling up to that number without having to replenish the stack, if you will. And then I also now have higher expectations. So earlier on, I was thinking, there's a good chance in 2018 we could ceiling this thing at 1,000 and floor this thing between 1 and 150. Well, I think the floor and the ceiling is going to be higher as it moves forward. All right, then. So what's the strategy? Well, when markets go, they go. 10x gains, especially lower cap, is normal. 20x, 50x. Oh, good job. I have seen 102x and 400x before. Good job. 50% down to small corrections. Oh, something goes way up from, say, 1,000 Satoshi to 95, and it's down to 45. Okay, that's normal. 80% long-term correcting. A lot of coins have done this against Bitcoin. And right now, a lot of coins are going to be doing this against LiteCoin, it looks like. Which is what the whole point is. Buy low, sell high strategy with LiteCoin as your base currency. That's what I'm doing. And it's a lot of fun. Cryptopia is the only real exchange I have seen that has a very good tradable LiteCoin exchange, which can be traded against many different codes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my portfolio percentage-wise. I have about 80 different cryptocurrencies, with the base markets being primarily Bitcoin, LiteCoin, and Ethereum. LiteCoin, as of, well, it's 10:30 p.m. as I'm recording this. This was as of 4 or 5 p.m. And I've had two trades since this time frame, both involving Bitcoin, both buying Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin has improved against LiteCoin in this short period of time. So my portfolio now is back to Bitcoin being worth more than LiteCoin. But I found it very interesting how they were almost identical when I decided to do just a portfolio assessment. XBY is number 3 on the list. 8.26% of my portfolio. And this is because it's been going up. I am so needing it to sell another order for me. I used one to buy silver earlier this week. Now I want to get some more Bitcoin, and I have a good sell order ready to go very soon, around 680 something, and I got them all over the place. I'm going to talk about the strategy, of course, after I'm done this. And I'm trading this against LiteCoin as well as Bitcoin as well. Well, Bitcoin obviously, because I'm mentioning it as a place to accumulate such. Then we got Ethereum at 6.83%. Dash, Monero, the Tether, United States. This is mainly a hedge. I hear people saying, oh, 10% you need to hedge against whatever. Man, I understand if I was not so... I'm so bullish that it's very difficult to put much into it right now. but I'm fine with this lower percentage. Then we have Vertcoin, Neo, and as far as what I trade against Litecoin, XBY, Ethereum, Dash, Monero, the Tether, I unfortunately can't trade Vertcoin. I trade Neo against it. Okay, I trade only against Litecoin. EOS, I trade that against Bitcoin, I think, only, and the US dollar. Ethereum Classic, I trade against Monero, against Bitcoin, against Litecoin, against Ethereum, and against the, I'm not doing against the Tether, but against those ones. Omi's Go is against, I think, Bitcoin and Litecoin. Bella is only against Bitcoin. Descent is only against Bitcoin. NXT is against that of, I think, Monero, as well as that of, what's my other one against? Bitcoin? Ripple, I'm trading against Bitcoin. I sold some Ripple earlier tonight. That was one of my 2 transactions. Cannabis Coin is against Bitcoin as well as Litecoin. Same thing with Potcoin is against Bitcoin and Litecoin as well. Bitcoin Cash is against Bitcoin and the Tether. GRS is against Litecoin. Komodo against Litecoin. Bitcoin Gold against Bitcoin. ARK against Litecoin. THC against Bitcoin. Verge against Litecoin. LSK against, I think it's either Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm not sure. I'm thinking Bitcoin. NEM is against Ethereum. Mana against Ethereum. Fun against Bitcoin. Zen against Litecoin as well as Bitcoin. Arge against Bitcoin. Pillar against Ethereum as well as Litecoin. Power Ledger, I am doing this against Litecoin and Ethereum. PIVX against Ethereum. Smartcoin with Ethereum. Nav with Ethereum. Saltcoin PIVX, Smart, and Nav against Litecoin. Salt against Ethereum. Target against Bitcoin. And the reason why the target is so high is because I have been swing trading that one so successfully. And the reason why Descent is so high is because I bought at 300 Satoshi and it's worth over 10 times that. You put insane buy orders, sometimes they hit. That one hit for me. PPT, I'm trading that against Litecoin. No, I'm trading that against Bitcoin. This I'm against Ethereum. ZEC, I'm trading this against Litecoin as well as Ethereum. Edgeless against Bitcoin. ABY against Litecoin. This is against Bitcoin. Lumen against Ethereum. Doggy against Litecoin. Wings, I sold either Wings or Waves. I get those 2 mixed up. One of them is pumping, and I'm selling that against Bitcoin. UBQ, I'm selling that against Litecoin. Pay, I'm selling that against Litecoin as well as Bitcoin. Waves against Bitcoin. Golden is against Bitcoin, as is Core and Lunar. Pathetic Coin is against Litecoin. Syncs against Bitcoin. Strat against Bitcoin again. Burst against Bitcoin. Steam against Bitcoin. Civic against Ethereum. Gas against Ethereum. Tokes against Bitcoin. Feathercoin against Litecoin. Unabomber against Bitcoin. DGB against Bitcoin. Ant against Bitcoin. Zeit against Ethereum. This is all. And all these codes here, as you can see, they're like nothing of a percentage. They're mostly against Litecoin. They're codes you never heard of, and that's why they're pretty much near the bottom of the list. But with all of these codes, it's just have your buy orders in, have your sell orders in, and you are ready to go. Therefore, within the Litecoin market, when Litecoin has a good pump, which has been the recent case, there's something that's going to happen. And you are going to have buy order after buy order after buy order. And I've bought a lot of different coins the last few days. A lot. And I have done so responsibly, realizing that I want to make sure that I can keep buying until the price goes up many key legs higher. And then when I run out, well, I haven't run out. I've just run out of what I've allocated towards such. I have sold a decent amount. I have sold more than half of what I had, or about half. And when this is the situation of these markets having big moves, I know this is going to be very profitable because I know LiteCoin is going to have a lot of big dumps this year as well. And it doesn't matter to me what the highs and lows are going to be, but I think it's almost a given there's going to be some very big selling within these huge rallies. And regardless of when it occurs, I'll be ready no matter what within my strategy. Because every single time a buy order comes in with LiteCoin, what I do is I pretty much cancel all my orders. I put a new buy order in and then I recalculate my sell orders because I like to sell them in lots of 5. So if I already have, say, 400 of one particular token and I put a buy order in and it gets hit to, say, buy for 200 more, that means I got like 600 now. So I was selling 80, which is 1/5 of 400, but now I got 600, so I can have sell orders of 120. And then in times I'll realize, oh my goodness, my first sale order is worth a lot. Well, then I might do 6 or 7 sell orders. Or it's not worth that much. Now I'll do 3 or 4 sell orders. And the first sell order is for an okay amount. And the last sell order, sometimes I'll put for a very insane amount. Try to get like 40 LiteCoins or 30 LiteCoins even. I doubt I'll ever get it, but you never know. And it doesn't matter the code, but the increments in which you can buy from can be amazing. Maybe you buy something at 85,000 Satoshi. Okay, now my next buy order is 30,000 or 25 even. And then after I buy at 30,000, let's buy around 10,000. How about 2,000 next or 3,000? Because when LiteCoin and these markets have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10x gains, then these insane buy orders will hit. And it's not because these other coins are going down, it's because LiteCoin will be kicking ass. So that's buy order city. But I know LiteCoin is going to have situations where it's going to fall 50+% against the dollar, because when you go up from like a $50 low, $100 resistance point, and go to like 5, 6, 7, 800, going from 800 down to 300 or 250 is standard. And when that happens, then instead of getting buy order over and over, I'm going to be getting sell order over and over and over again. And every time one comes in, the amount of LiteCoins I will get because of how my strategy is set up is amazing. So if I can get 3 or 4 orders in, that's fantastic. And when I do something like sell at 75,000 Satoshi, I don't need to buy that back until 30 or 40,000. There's nothing wrong with asking for 50, 60% off on these things, because that's the volatility you're going to get with an altcoin like LiteCoin and all the other ones within it. And when the other alternate coins have their plays as well. So you're going to have a situation when LiteCoin isn't really doing too much. And now you have whatever coin, like an ARK or anything. It has a big move up. Well, now you're going to be selling it for LiteCoin. And this is one good way to accumulate LiteCoin, is to sell other coins for it and do so for a profit. And then when these coins have a fall, I want to buy it when they have key lows lower. So with LiteCoin doing nothing or barely going up or down, because another code against the dollar, or pretty much against Bitcoin, is down like 20, 35% for a day, then there's a good chance that not only will I get it, but I'll even get a good deal a lot of the times as well. But the strategy, again, is so mathematically designed well that I think it's going to be very profitable for me. Because when we take a random, I'm just going to draw whatever chart that looks realistic for, make it white. Okay, so we got a random chart here, and it's moving, not doing much, and oh, it has a fall. Goes sideways, maybe a failed move, and oh, have you ever seen this in the crypto game before? And then it does something like that. If this is whatever random altcoin that I'm trading against LiteCoin, then I realized, just like against Bitcoin, as long as LiteCoin's not falling as well at anywhere near the same rate, there's a good chance that I'm going to be buying here. And if LiteCoin happens to be going up, there's even a better chance of that because of the difference in price. But with a lot of these coins, when they go up like 12, 13, 15 times, then even if LiteCoin were to go up like say 160, 200%, this will still outperform it, and my sell orders will still come into play. And then of course, opportunities most likely will come back where maybe this sell order will buy back and I could possibly get this, but overall in here, a couple more of those sell orders again should still play out, because the price is always going to be the LiteCoin price in US dollars or whichever currency you choose versus the other altcoin in the exact same currency. And people aren't going to be caring too much about the OK Cash and the LiteCoin cross too much. Oh, they'll definitely care about LiteCoin to Bitcoin, LiteCoin to Ethereum, and LiteCoin to the dollar. OK Cash to Bitcoin and OK Cash to the dollar. But discrepancies can easily occur more often within this, making there to be larger moves and the opportunity to get amazing returns on the buys and sells within the automated game. Okay, let's talk about order making strategy. Assuming I have 190 coins and my last buy price was 0.275, then I want to have my buy orders in, my sell orders in. I prefer to sell in 5 segments, although if I have enough tokens, I'll go 6, 7, 8. For example, XBY, I got about 12 different sell orders in, 11 or 12 different sell orders in because I can afford to do so. But most coins, we're talking 5, and some only 3, 4, and some of those codes just seem to the bottom. I got 1 because I just want to get out of it and don't play it anymore. But anyway, what I would do is with the buy price of 0.275 is maybe put the next one in around the 10 handle. That's a huge differential, but when these markets go with big movements, I can afford to do so. And my buy amounts that I'm going to pay for such will go lower and lower. A lot of times, again, you're buying because the value of LiteCoin goes up, so they're worth more. So you really don't want to bet as much anyway. That's another big reason. And then if I ended up buying the 100 coins, I'd have 290. So now I can sell in 58 segments. So now I'll get bigger returns if I happen to get the buys come in. And if I buy at 25, I'd end up, say both orders come in, I'd end up having close to 500. So maybe I'll sell 6 or 7 different orders from that point on. And then for the sell orders, if I'm buying at 275, let's try to sell it around 70. That's better than 100%. And then a nice increment up to the 1 number. Of course, I like to go numbers lower, but look at the order book. That's what I do. If I can take control of that 1 number or notice a wall somewhere in that area, I'll play it within. And then $1.75 or 1.75, then it may be around 4, and there's an insane number at the end. This is what I like to do sometimes. Just put a big one just in case. I mean, it's unlikely, but... And one other reason why I like to do it too is if you don't want to run out of tokens and say the first 4 sellers come in, and you just have a market that just goes and goes. Sell order, sell order, sell order, sell order. So the first one comes in, you notice... Okay, sell at 70. Now I'm going to try to buy back, most likely at around the 35 handle. I might look to go around and then remove the 25 even to 20. I'd probably put a buy around 35, looking to get about 50 tokens back, 52, 54. If I buy at half the price, I could technically buy about 76 with what I sold, but I'm trying to make LiteCoin here. But I also want to try to make the portfolio values bigger so that when buy and sellers come in, they can be worth more. So I put your buy order in, and then sell orders come in just as this thing pumps. You have like one of those 360% 3-day periods kind of deal. So the sell order at 99, 175, and 399 all hit. In situations when you get major explosions of huge gains, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8x, especially 5x greater, then I'm going to be looking for major deals. If it goes up to 4, I don't want to buy back anywhere near to like a buck, 1.5, 1.6, 1.2. And then I can hold those, made that big sell order in, because I'm at risk of selling out. I can also decide, well, maybe I can sell 10 coins at 10 or 12 because they're worth a lot now. Different strategies to consider, which is, again, another reason to put those very large sell orders in place. But what you'd be able to do is if the market, say, goes down to, if it goes up to 4 as stated, if you have a buy order at $1.50 for the 4, now you're looking to get about 60 coins there, 50 coins. And then on the 175, well, you'd be looking to buy that at like maybe 1, 0.8 even. The 999 or the 1, you'd be looking to buy back at 0.6. 0.5 even, and then so on and so forth. So that is the strategy for how I'm going to play this. And when you look at different codes, the main ones, like Monero and Dash, to me, I'm doing the exact same thing as what a very profitable strategy is this exact same thing with like the euro, the yen, the Canadian dollar, the pound, the US dollar, the Aussie dollar, and so on and so forth. Because they're just going to go up and down, back against each other. Sometimes it's Dash's turn to go up or turn to go down. And when it's Dash's turn to go up, then I guess I'll be selling Dash for LiteCoin and selling Dash for Bitcoin and selling Dash for Ethereum and selling Dash for Monero. And the US dollar as well. I'd sell Dash against 5 different things. Although I don't really have many sell orders. I mean, I might not even have one. I sold some earlier. I'm not too aggressive in selling with the dollar, although I have a decent amount backed in, but it's only a couple percent or so as I shown already. All right, so that will be it for today and for tonight as well. I like to show it in this format because it's not really about, oh, it's time to buy this now, and I like to do that, but it's all about showing ideas that you're not going to get from other outlets, because everyone's going to show you reasons why something's going to go up. I've heard a lot of people talking about LiteCoin doing all the great stuff, and everyone with their Fibonacci's and other types of indicators that they're using, the RSI and the oscillator and the bingo bangos. And of course, there's a lot of indicators. They all say, oh, it's good to buy. Okay, well, a lot of people are seeing such, and sometimes that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I think ideas like this is what I think is useful and needed for a lot of people watching this content. So thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.